Hello everyone, I'm Hamireza Ahmadi and welcome to the review of our monthly journal, Phoenix Reborn, the July issue. We celebrated Lingophoenix's birthday a week ago, and Iman talks about how he saw the light in the dark abyss of hopelessness and climbed his way up to embrace the light of hope for a brighter future. He says that a change in perspective can help you see the half full, which transforms the stagnation into ever-evolving dynamism. He says things may seem disappointing on the surface, but you never know what the future holds for you. The bottom line is that you should never stop being hopeful. No hope, no life. Negar Merju introduces a second series to us. The series happens to be one of my all-time favorites, Breaking Bad. This critically acclaimed title is a psychological drama that depicts the transformation of a simple chemistry teacher to Heisenberg. The series is a must-see, and what Negar has to say makes me want to watch the whole thing once again. Amir Barazandeh has a couple of things to tell us about literature. He begins his piece with rejecting the idea that literature is a distant and imaginary world, and making the good point that literature is, in fact, as real as it can get. He believes that literature helps your arguments become more reasonable, and how it can ultimately develop your ability to analyze details. He believes that literature has the ability to bring the past to life and allow you to be a part of it. However, our understanding of what goes on in a literary work is open to interpretation, and that's what makes it magical. If read together with a friend, literature can be such an educational and fun experience. Yesterday was Left-Handers Day, and Nazanin Motari tells you guys a few things about us. That's right, us. I know it's nothing to be proud of, but I just wanted you to know that I'm a lefty, and to be honest, I kinda like it. There are lots of things associated with us. Nazanin has a lot to say about this. You'll most probably find this article very interesting. Shahrzad Korani, in her All You Have to Do Is Listen, expresses her love for music. She says, "This is the sentence that crosses my mind constantly while thinking how life would look like if music did not exist. I know there are some strange people out there who do not care that much for music, but I can only guess it's because the right track hasn't knocked them out yet." She says it. No music? No nothing. Irfan Sadat Hosseini shares a touching life story of his that had me hooked from the very beginning to the very end. Apart from his fantastic descriptive skills, Irfan paints a good picture of how imminent death is, and as he puts it, people react differently to it. If you do not read Mina Hashemi's satirical Disney Dream or Nightmare, you will be at loss. She takes a critical approach in writing about fairy tales and jazzes the article up with her comedy that gives you a smile, one which you have when you grasp an intellectual notion. She questions the stereotypical damsel in distress who needs a savior to be free. I'm sure after this, you won't have the same opinion about some of your childhood favorite bedtime stories. In writer's block, I clearly talk about writer's block, the condition that almost every writer has suffered from. Writer's block is when you're at your wit's end not knowing either what to write or how to write. It can be quite useful to read this article if you have problems coming up with ideas for the writing tasks that you have to do. Kaveh Jalilian talks about bilingualism. He discusses its advantages, its challenges, its importance, and many other features of it. Make sure to read it. I'm confident you'll enjoy the content very much. Ehsan Musavi talks about video games. He talks about how games dominated throughout his life. He says that there is more for curious children in games than in school books. He claims that games have brought him to speed in English, teamwork, knowledge of Greek myths, and many other things in life. As a gamer, I'm not sure if I can call myself that. I totally agree with him. Games are the best. Thank you very much for staying with me. Have a pleasant read.